Hey everyone, I hope everyone had a wonderful Mother's Day on Sunday. So I want to get right to it. I want to talk about Taylor Swift. So, it finally happened, you guys. Taylor Swift has been subpoenaed. Yes, she has been subpoenaed, you guys. And I'm not shocked and I'm not surprised. I believe that Taylor Swift maybe, just maybe, I'm just guessing here, she was stung by this because she thought that her PR people will try to have her not be involved in the whole Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni lawsuit, but she is involved and she had a small part in this. So this was bound to happen. And for her to think that this was not going to happen, well, she has another thing coming. Nothing against that I have towards Taylor Swift, but I believe that she had a major role in the Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni because think about it. Blake Lively and Taylor Swift, besties, best friends. She's a godmother of her children. You know, they've been very tight until this whole big scandal happened that she distanced herself from Blake Lively. She told, well, actually, her publicist told people that they're no longer friends, and she's been MIA. She's been MIA with her boyfriend, and just just keeping out of the radar. Well, it's happening, you guys. It's happening. Taylor Swift is being subpoenaed, and I can only imagine if I was a fly on the wall, how does she react to this? Like, what is she thinking? You know what I mean? Like, is she pissed? Is she annoyed? Is she upset? I would be because it kind of maybe might ruin her reputation or her image because she painted out to be this sweet, perfect angel that she couldn't do anything wrong and maybe she has some little role in this whole Justin Baldoni thing. I'm not saying she was involved in everything, but she had a small play in it. She really did. And I have nothing against the woman. She's an incredible artist and a credible performance, even though I don't listen to her music. But she knows how to handle business and how to perform and how to make money. And she has a good team behind her. You know, her publicist, her manager, everything. So kudos for her. The thing that I do not like is what she did in her involvement with Justin Baldoni because he is a really stand-up guy, very good guy. Seems like he likes to please and make people happy. And for these people, these A-list stars, especially Taylor Swift and Ryan Reynolds, I'm not going to say Blake Lively's an A-list star. She's like a C, in my opinion, just to bully this man and try to intimidate him for him to give the rights to Blake Lively or try to make him feel like he's down there and then they're up here because people know Taylor Swift and Ryan Reynolds and they have connections, they have power, and with that they think that they can just intimidate someone to get what they want, and that's not how it works in life. Sometimes it does with them, with these celebrities, because they feel like they're entitled because all the money and all the influence that they have. But you can't just bully people thinking that you can get what you want. And like I said, I feel like Taylor Swift had a small role in this, and I just can't wait what she has to say because there's going to be questions that's going to be asked of her, and she's going to swear under oath, and she has to tell the truth. She has to tell the truth. She cannot lie at all. You know why? Because Bryan Freedman, he has receipts, and he's been coming with receipts too, okay? So Taylor Swift cannot lie. She cannot hide from this. She cannot tell her PR publicist or whoever to get her, for her to get off of this subpoena. No, once you are subpoenaed by the courts, you have to attend. Because if you don't, you go to jail, okay? And I don't think Taylor Swift would do well in jail. So, with that being said, she has to appear. She has to appear. And I have to say, I don't feel bad for her, and I don't feel bad for Blake Lively because she had every opportunity, you guys, every opportunity to settle this so that it would go further. But I guess with your pride and your privilege, and you think that you're just better than anyone, and you think that you would fight this and win, well, think again, honey. Think again, because like I said, Bryan Freedman has receipts. He's been showing receipts, and I don't know if it's too late to back down. I don't know if it's too late to settle outside of court because again, the trial starts next year, so they may have time. I don't know, but it's just not looking good for Blake Lively. It really not, and she should have thought this through before, lying to New York Times and saying all these false allegation against Justin Baldoni and just ruin his reputation and everything. It's just not looking good for her at all. And my thing is, it's just not right to do that to someone because you're not getting what you want. And I really feel bad for Justin Baldoni and his business, his wife, his children, his friends and family are involved in this. But my question to you is, even though I believe he's innocent in all this, he didn't do anything wrong. But once his name is clear and everything, and then they find out the truth that Blake Lively lied, and her husband, had everything to do with this as well, Ryan Reynolds. Can Justin Baldoni redeem his reputation and his name once the truth is out? Once the truth is out that Blake Lively has been lying this whole time since last year, can he still move forward? Can he still have that career of producing movies and doing other projects in the near future? Or is it just not going to be the same? And I know he's definitely not going to be the same, or I don't know, I can't speak for him, but I know if it was me and someone made false accusations of me, I think I would be very wary to trust people very easily and be open to trust people, because you think that people like them will be nice and kind and have a good heart when they're actually just evil people just to get what they want, feel like they're privileged, feel like they can just do whatever they want, say whatever they want, and get away with it because they know people or because they have money or influencer, and it's just not right. That's not how it works in life. It really doesn't. Whether you are an A-list star or if you're just a regular person, it doesn't work that way. You work hard for what you work hard for. You get the respect, and you go from there. Respect is earned. It's just not given. You understand? And I just feel like they didn't have no respect for Justin Baldoni. They feel like they can just walk all over him and thought that he was going to bow down. And sure enough, he did not. He is fighting good for him because, you can't just ruin someone's reputation and just slander their names and say all these crazy things without even backing it up with proof. And New York Times did that to him. They went by what this woman said, Blake Lively, and they didn't do any investigation, any follow-up of what her claims were saying is true. So because she's Blake Lively, because she's married to Ryan Reynolds, we're just going to take her word for it, which is very scary. That is very scary. And it really frightens me too. Like if I ever have a son, I don't want anyone to make accusations about my son that's not even true, or my daughter. It's just crazy that people just believe anyone in a blink of an eye. So if I say this particular person raped me, they just believe me, opposed to like doing their own investigation to see what I'm saying, if I'm telling the truth or not. Women lie, men lie too. It's just women do it better. It all depends on the type of women you are. Some women can get away with it, but Blake Lively, she's not very that bright and she's not very that smart. And like I said in my video, I feel like Ryan Reynolds had every part to do with it because he's more of the mastermind and more of the brain and very calculated of what he does and what he do, because he seemed like the type to do something really shady and evil, and he just coached his wife to do it so she can fall along with it. Blake Lively, she's just more of like a socialite and more of like baking and just being on the spotlight, taking pictures and stuff like that. She's not very that bright, to be honest with you. She doesn't seem like the type to do this on her own. I believe that she was coached by her husband to do all these things against Justin Baldoni, but it all backfired. It all backfired because there's proof, there's receipts, and things are coming out. And like I said, Taylor Swift, she's been subpoenaed, and she has to tell the truth. She has to tell the truth and testify against her ex-best friend, Blake Lively, and I just can't wait for it. I can't wait for it. And they had every opportunity to settle, but they chose not to. And I have to say, Candace Owens, she was right on the money. She even said that Taylor Swift should be subpoenaed, and she knew in the back of her mind that she will be subpoenaed, and sure enough, Candace Owens was right. She was right from the beginning, from the very beginning. And sure enough, Taylor Swift is being subpoenaed, you guys. She is. She will be in court next year to testify and have to tell the truth. what happened and what was her role in this whole Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively lawsuit. And I would love to hear it and read it in a transcript. So I'm all for it, unless they settle. But I doubt it. I thought maybe they would by now, but since they're so prideful and they think that they can win this and they think that they have a chance, they're just going to keep going with this, which is very sad. But I believe, they're going to lose and their career is basically over, the both of them, especially Ryan Reynolds. It's over for him. It's over for Blake because, you can't just lie and say and make some fake allegation and defamation of someone because you feel like it, because you're not getting what you want. That's not how it works, and it shouldn't work like that. And what you do to others, it will come back to you. You're going to reap what you sow, and that's what's going to happen with Taylor Swift. People are going to see another side of her because everyone's been seeing this nice, squeaky, clean young woman that she couldn't do anything wrong. She loves cats and stuff like that. Well, you're going to see another side of her that people never thought that she has that side of her. Everyone has it. I'm sorry to say. Everyone has that little devious, vindictive side of them that they don't want people to know. They have a different image, and that's what Taylor Swift has been doing for over so many years, having this clean image person. Well, think again, you guys, because you're going to see or hear a lot of things about her that you're going to be shocked about. I'm not going to be shocked about it because it just seems like she's the type of person that she feels like she's privileged too. She works hard, yes. She comes from money. Her parents are very wealthy, and she made a career in singing, and she, like I said, very phenomenal, very a great performer. I have nothing against her, but what I do have against when you have a part of trying to ruin another man's career, ruin another man's reputation, who's married and who have children and who work hard to provide for his family, and you played a small role because you wanted to do something nice for your best friend, or your best friend convinced you something and you believed her without even checking to see if your friend was telling the truth or not, without even fact checking. You just took her word for it and you went along with it. So yeah, you have to, she has to be accountable for her actions too, whether it was a small role of her involvement or a big role. Everyone is accountable. Anyone that was involved in trying to bring Justin Baldoni down should be held accountable for their action, point blank, period. And Bryan Freedman, he's not having it, okay? That man, I need him my lawyer one day, okay? Because he coming receipts and he's coming after each and every person who was involved in this, and rightfully so. So my question to you is, do you think that Justin Baldoni can recover from this? Even though everything is said and done, he gets his settlement, his name is clear. Do you think he can recover from this? And let me know your thoughts about this, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. That's it. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And I really appreciate you all. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.
Did Taylor Swift forget that we have receipts? Watch these videos.
I found Isabella. Our wonderful casting director sent me her tape. Just the resemblance. She is a phenomenal actress. And this was her first film.
She told me Taylor Swift helped her get the role, like signed off on her audition tape.
I had brought in, I was casting, and I had actually brought in and showed her casting tape to Blake and Taylor, and they were both like, yes, her. And that's a true story.
And how did you get Taylor to so graciously lend this song that's so pivotal to this movie?
I had nothing to do with it. I mean, this is all Blake. Like I said, Blake was involved in all aspects of this production, and she is also a marketing genius.
Taylor may have had some influence in getting
Yes, she did. Yeah, I know. I don't even know if I'm meant to be saying it, but I'm saying it. Yeah, she was a helpful part of the process of the audition, which I found out later after I got it, and that rocked my world.
For Taylor? I mean, honestly, she was with me on this experience the whole time, all throughout it. So, like, she really lived this with me. So
what's the truth? Because we're being told that Taylor Swift had no creative involvement, but these videos say otherwise. Because Blake is saying that she's involved, and then Taylor is saying she's not. So usually, if these stories are not adding up, somebody is lying.